Oh my god, it's...
What's up, people of the internet? My name is Hondro, and today we're talking about the Steel T-Tar wannabe, Aggron. He's our newest Tier 4 raid boss, so he's no slouch, and you'll need a solid battle plan to get your chance to catch him. A perfect IV catch from a raid is 1716 CP, and if it's weather boosted, you're looking for 2145 CP. And his overall max CP is 3004 when fully powered up. Plus, he has a Mega Evolution later on, so it's definitely worthwhile going for a good one. Let's take a closer look at his typing, strengths, and weaknesses in order to form a strong battle strategy against him. Typing is the biggest factor when it comes to combat in Pokémon Go. I'm referring to both the typing of a particular Pokémon as well as the typing of its quick and charged attacks. A Pokemon's physical type, that's displayed directly below the Pokemon's HP, determines what attacks it's weak, neutral, or resistant to, while the Pokemon's individual attack types, displayed to the left of the attacks, determines which types of Pokemon they will be most effective against. Now, with that in mind, let's take a look at Aggron's typing. Aggron is both Steel and Rock type, and as I alluded to earlier, that makes his best counters very similar to that of Tyranitar. Aggron takes double damage from ground and fighting attacks. Additionally, he takes 1.5 times damage from water moves. When it comes to building your battle team to take down Aggron, you will want to mainly focus on your best Pokemon with fighting and ground moves, and you can use your water Pokemon as a backup. Aggron's physical typing is one thing, but we also need a team that isn't physically weak to his attacks. That said, let's take a look at the typing of each of his attacks. He learns 2 different quick attacks, Dragon Tail and Iron Tail. Dragon Tail is, as the name suggests, a dragon move, which is only super effective against dragon types. Easy enough. Then there's Iron Tail, a steel move, which means it's super effective against rock, ice, and fairy types. I mentioned the quick attacks just to be thorough, but as I mentioned in my Kyogre guide, the quick attacks don't have as much bearing on the fight as the charge move. So let's take a look at each of those. The first possibility is Thunder, an electric attack, which is super effective against flying and water Pokemon. If your recommended fighters tab has all ground and or rock Pokemon such as Rhydon, Groudon, and Golem, Aggron probably has Thunder. If you have any powered up Machamps, you should sub them in where you can if they weren't already recommended here. Next up on Aggron's charged move list is Stone Edge, a rock move that is super effective against flying, bug, fire, and ice type Pokemon. With Stone Edge, you're going to see essentially the same recommendations for your Pokemon, and again, if your fighting types aren't in the mix, feel free to sub them in where you see fit. Finally, there's Heavy Slam, a steel move, which is super effective against rock, ice, and fairy types. This will be the moveset where your recommended screen should be Groudons and Machamps. Avoid Rhydons and Golems here, as both are weak to steel because of their dual rock and ground typing. Now, with all that moveset knowledge gained, we know what to and what not to use against Aggron to make our raids a little bit easier. While the raid is probably possible to complete with only 2 trainers with maxed out Machamps, I would suggest teams of at least 4 good trainers, and 5 or more if there are some lower level trainers at the raid. Your top 3 DPS options for Aggron are Machamp with Counter and Dynamic Punch, Groudon with Mudshot and Earthquake, and Blaziken with Counter and Focus Blast. Additionally, any other Pokemon you have with double ground, double fighting, and to a slightly lesser extent, double water moves will do great against Aggron. Just pay attention to the recommended screen and don't sub in a Pokemon that will be weak to its charge attack. My one main takeaway I have for you on this video is power up your Machamps. If you haven't done so yet, there's no better time than now. He is strong against so many common gym Pokemon like Blissey's, Snorlax, and T-Tars that you've been missing out if you don't have a Machamp powered up yet. Make it happen. You will not regret it, I promise. And with that, that's all the advice I have for you today on being a better Aggron raider. Have you guys battled and caught an Aggron yet? If so, tell me about your experiences in the comments below. I'm going to get back to catching more of the newly added Gen 3 Pokemon, so be on the lookout for more content from me. If this video helped you out at all and you would like to see more like this, please hit the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. This has been Loco Hondro. Peace! Pokey trainers!